I think I made like $2,000, so it was like literally just enough. Just like, thank you, Lord. It was like just enough for everything. So I literally used that.
So got your test, got your board, got your access.
Went to Cameron Academy, took that exam, passed it. I took the state exam like 12 times.
Big it up, big it up. Hear in my face. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go, go.
All right, welcome to Let's Talk Real. We are here with Jeremiah and David with Royal Realty in St. Cloud, Florida. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. All right, tell us about it. So you guys are in St. Cloud. You haven't been in business for 20 years or anything, right?
No, yeah, I've only been in it for 3 years. And David, so I started out as an ISA. I worked for shout out to Josh and Rebecca Soto. I worked for them, and they're like, "Hey, get your license." So I would say in total, like, actively working as a realtor, 2 years.
Okay, so 2 years. So we've talked, and again, we've talked to agents with 35, 40 years experience, and then agents with 2 to 3 years, different perspective. How has first, what made you want to get into real estate?
Yeah, so I actually was in baseball my whole life, and then I was like motivated to just do real estate. It was my second like option, but my uncle did real estate, and part of my family did real estate. So I started at 17 doing real estate, like property management. I had a mentor that was training me, and then after that, at the age of 18 and 19, I really was like devoted into real estate. So I got my license, and I've been in the journey ever since. So yeah, it's been fun. I love it. Yeah.
All right, I love it. What about you, David?
I got my license 2 years ago, and what made me want to get my license was, I think, my mom, and then the people that were mentoring me. She's a licensed realtor. She's like, "Hey, you're a pretty good sales guy. You should get into the industry." I said, "Okay, cool." So I went, I did the ISA thing, and Rebecca was really the one. I was like, "Hey, you need to get your license." And I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." So I went, I got my license. There's a whole story behind that, but yeah, that's not
got the license and not looking back. So
yeah,
how was it, being a young person trying to really start a business, which, and it doesn't matter whether you're young or old, when you're starting your business, let's face it, it's kind of difficult, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So what were some of the challenges that you faced when after you decided you're excited, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, I'm doing it. And then, oh snap, what do I do?
For me, it was, I went through a bad knee surgery at the time, so I didn't have a job, and I was also in the process of starting my own family. So I just got married. I was in bed. I didn't have much money, but what I did have was a massive collection of action figures. And I told my wife, I was like, "Dude, I really want to do this. I really want to get my license." I think I had almost close to like 200 of them. I sold them all just for the real estate course, and I kind of hustled through there. So that's how I got that. And my wife was working, but it wasn't enough, to pay the bills, then get the license
And pay for your hobby.
Correct. Right. I don't do it anymore. I got kids now, but I definitely I think that was one of the bigger sacrifices, but it was pretty cool.
So you had this massive collection of action figures.
Yeah.
And you had to make a decision.
Yeah.
And this was your passion for 20 years.
Yeah.
That you had collected this, but you decided, I guess, that your family, your business, you were going to have to move along, and you were able, and the good news is it sounds like you were able to cash that in.
Yeah.
Get some cash.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah. I think I made like $2,000, so it was like literally just enough. Just like, thank you, Lord. It was like just enough for everything. So I literally used that, and that's how.
So got your test, got your board, got your access.
Went to Cameron Academy, took that exam, passed it. I took the state exam like 12 times. That's another story, because I was really inconsistent with myself. It wasn't until my kids came into my life that really changed. But yeah, that's a whole.
But that's real talk, because and I would say when an agent quits, sometimes I see where an agent tries to take the test once, and then they quit, and they say, "Oh, it's not for me."
Yeah.
And then I say, "Oh, that's great," because if you're gonna quit just on a test, then you're definitely not gonna make it in this business.
Yeah. Yeah. How would you quit on, like, a person that's willing to buy or sell, and they can't?
Yeah, quit on your customer.
Yeah, quit on your customer or quit on anybody that you're working with, So it's very important to, keep staying disciplined and stay motivated to help them out.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
12 times. Yeah, no, I've seen that. I've seen 12, I've seen 15, I've seen 20.
Yeah.
People taking the test 20 times and knew that this was for me. I'm not going to quit. So yeah, kudos.
That's just how I looked at it. Like life is gonna give me so many more obstacles. If I'm not able to overcome just this one obstacle, like, that's really gonna define me. My kids one day are gonna want to quit something, and if I quit this, then how am I going to ever tell them, hey, like, don't quit? Because I was a quitter at some point. So that's kind of like the mindset that I had. I was like, if I quit this, I can't ever tell my quits not to quit because I quit. So
that's good. We're an example to our children, to our families, and to other people that are doing real estate. So we want to help them keep on doing it too, right?
Yeah, a wise broker told me just recently that the only way you lose is if you quit. If you don't quit, you can't lose. So that's good stuff. All right. So now that you got the 2000, you got in the business. Tell us a little bit about how it's been. I mean, so you've been licensed 2 years. So
yeah, so it was a process. I was super inconsistent. I was married, but I really didn't have any responsibility. We were living with my family, and I was really comfortable. And I think it wasn't until I really wasn't active with it, to be honest with you. And it wasn't until my second child came that I was like, my first child, I was like, oh, I gotta work.
right.
So
Maybe need some shoes.
right. She needs some food. I need some milk. Like, I gotta work. And so I got to work, but I didn't, kind of like the fire still wasn't lit. And I remember Rebecca, shout out to Rebecca, my mom. They're like my mothers in this industry. So my mom and Rebecca would have long conversations with me, like, hey, you really need to get to work. You really need to, put in some effort to grow and kind of do your thing. Eventually you're going to have that second kid and you want to make sure that you're set. I was like, yeah. And a part of me also was fear. I never really did it full time till now. And it was fear that kind of stopped me from growing. So I always had like a little sales job, and it never truly allowed me to develop in this industry the way that I would want. I feel like I'd be at a different place right now, but everyone's path is different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, that was it until my second kid. That's when I was just like, all right,
we got to make this. We got to make something shake.
I tell people all the time, my first child came with all the answers, and my second child came with like the urgency. It was just like, okay, I things are a little bit more clearly now, and now my son came into the world, and it's just like, hey, I gotta put things into action,
Right? Yeah, my family does.
Exactly.
Needs you to get to make it happen.
For sure.
That's good stuff. So you're now, and you're in training. You guys are investing yourselves in training and coaching.
Yeah.
So how are you? I guess now you have clients that you're working with, and
so I decided to quit my job and do it full time. It hasn't been easy, but it's definitely, we call it at the office the what was it, the broke realtor. Yeah, the broke realtor, where the first couple of months, maybe the first year, depending on how hard you're working, it's kind of a struggle, And so I think that's what we're going through now, but we're really consistent. So like, we show up to the office every single day. It doesn't matter what we're going through. We show up at 8 o'clock and we don't leave till like 4:30 unless like we have to stay longer, we will. And we just dial out and we work. So
good stuff. So the consistency, that's what's going to get you through. And what's I know your role is a little different. The office, you're selling, and then also you're helping the office grow, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been you have to wear two caps. I think that's it's a hard thing to like try to maneuver, and I've been able to do that with my team on my back. They've been helping me out. My brokers are very hands-on, very helpful within the process. So I've been able to do my own deals, and then also focus on the recruiting wise, and helping agents to grow as well. At the end of the day, we want our agents to succeed, and we don't want them to fail. So us serving them it will help them to serve people in the industry. So I think that's super important.
Right. Yeah. So you pour into your agents, and then help your agents. Your agents are going to pour into
clients. Yeah.
And everything, high tide rises all boats. Everything gets better.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think that's super important.
All right. Tell me a time that I know you shared some adversity story. Tell me a time of challenge that you've had. I mean, going from baseball, sports, I think athletes, are make excellent realtors just from a discipline standpoint, because you know what it takes to put in. If you want to be successful in the sport, it's going to take early mornings, late evenings, working on the weekends. Like if you want to be competitive.
Yeah.
How has that journey been for you, translated over to the real estate side?
Yeah, man, it's been a journey. It's been a journey for sure. Like I started in doing baseball, and I got accepted to go to college, and I think the decision to stay in real estate or go to college was a super big decision for me. I didn't know, like, I was like, I don't know if real estate is gonna be like the thing, or if I'm gonna be able to make it in real estate. But at the end of the day, I think having the team, having the right people in your lives is really important and really help you make a decision. So I think that's helped me out, with making my decision. Now the discipline aspect of it is super crazy, because in baseball, obviously, like you were saying, like trainings and being at the games and being at certain tournaments and practice is super important. So I've been able to transfer that into the real estate aspect of it, and it's been helping me. It's been motivating me to keep on moving forward. I think I've had times where I've been unmotivated to make calls or to make certain things like open houses or do things that could affect my business for the growth of it. But I don't know what with the people that I have, your support system. My support system has been amazing. It's a foundation that has been helping me grow, and I think that's what is most important. Yeah, we a whole team, we're all athletes. Yeah.
What did you? Okay, soccer. Okay. What was your position?
I did soccer. I was a left wing and a striker.
Okay.
And I got offered to go to college as well, Liberty University. And Johnson, I didn't take it, obviously. And I also broke my knee, so that went down the drain. But yeah. I always said that God had a
bigger plan.
Yeah.
We all, God's plan is for all of us.
Amen.
We have what we want to do, but God tells us, I guess, the way it's going down.
Right.
Right. And we have to do our part, though. We have to do our part. But yeah, no, good stuff. So where do you see yourselves? Where do you see your team growing? What do you see over the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you see kind of the brokerage going? Where do you see your individual production?
Yeah.
What are the plans?
That's great. That's a good question. I see we've been talking it up, and we've been thinking about opening up a new brokerage. So we have one brokerage right now, and we're thinking about opening up a new one, like maybe another office. Yeah, another office.
Okay.
Probably in the Orlando area, and we're gonna keep growing through that. Our goal right now is 150 agents through this year, at the end of the year. So we want to focus on that and keep on growing our business just like that. Yeah. So I think that's where it's going. Like my own success now, I want to keep on growing. So I have goals set in line where I want to make about 24 deals this year. That's my goal for this year. So I want to hustle. Wearing the two caps is a little hard, but
doing the office on the administrative side, on the management side, and doing personal. How do you balance? So because you're full time in office growth, and then I'd say maybe part time real estate agent.
Yes. So it's hard. It's really about conversations, right? So we can be at the office all day and make the calls, but if you're conversating with people, talking to people, that's gonna grow your business. It's gonna help you to succeed. So I've been just making conversations outside of the recruiting process, calling my old open houses that I've done before, and seeing if they're ready to buy, sell. And then we also do 4-star owners is super important. I have to get back on making my calls, but I started in the beginning, like when I first started a year ago. 2 years ago, I started. I was making my calls, and then this year has been a little bit. I haven't been making my calls because I've been recruiting so much. So that's
it's a balance. But I'm sure. But it sounds like the team's growing. You got 27.
Absolutely.
So the recruiting's working. How do you find? But trying to find that balance to spend half of the time on the recruiting side and then half of the time generating business. So.
Yeah, a huge thing that I learned with this industry, not too long ago, was that you have to treat this like if it was like multiple streams of income when it comes to like prospecting. You got your social media, you've got your stuff. So I think for Jay, it's a little harder because he has to manage all of that plus the whole recruiting aspect of it. And it's just like, bro, that's a lot of work, man.
Right. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see him do all that. So yeah.
Yeah, you're making it happen. So let me say, I've got a quote of the day.
Oh, I love this. Let's hear it.
All right.
All right. So success is actually a short race, a sprint fueled by discipline, just long enough for habit to kick in and take over. And that's Gary Keller. KW.
Gary Keller.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's very true. You know, a true statement. I'm into we're both into working out. You know, working out is super important. And I think that's also once we left, our sports, working out was the main thing that we really dove into because it provides that discipline for you. And that discipline would transfer over to the real estate side of it. So I think this working out has been helpful for me, even to discipline myself within the real estate as well.
So do you guys work out as an office together? Or you just
us two?
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Listen, we've been telling them.
Get the team on board.
I know, but it's like
board.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Right. Yeah. No.
We do preach to them yo, you guys should go to the gym. It creates a level of consistency in you, and then you can apply that to your real estate career. So,
And they're like, work out for the
I mean,
team.
to be fair, I think the other agent that comes in the office every day, Devin, he's on it. He works out as well. He's like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. I gotta go to the gym, and he'll leave and go to the gym and come right back. So,
Okay. So you're just starting to have an effect on. Right. So let me ask you: if someone wanted to, they wanted to buy or sell a house in St. Cloud, how would they reach you, David?
So
What's the best way for
you could call me. But honestly, the best thing that you could do is follow me on Instagram. It is David the Realtor _ but you could type in David the Realtor and I'll pop up. I'm stepping on the camera, so you'll see. You'll see
David
that.
the Realtor _
Yes, sir.
on
Yes, sir.
Instagram.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the best way to reach out to you.
Yes, sir.
All right. And if we wanted to, maybe possibly you're trying to grow the team, if we say, you know what, I want to align myself with a young, vibrant office. You don't have any top line age limits to join your team. Okay. No, listen. Oh, you guys, I know you guys are the fresh and young team.
Absolutely.
Right.
And listen, old wise, young wise, let's take it.
So if we wanted, if I say, hey, you know what, I want to align myself with a hot young team, that's 27 strong and really killing in St. Cloud, how would we reach you?
Yeah, personally, you guys can reach me at my number, 321-402-2311, and then you guys also could DM me on Instagram as well. Shoot me a text. It's Jeremiah and then Ojeda, Ojeda. AA, so it's 2 A's at the end. But yeah, you guys can reach me there, and we can definitely talk. We can definitely speak. And if there's any buyers and sellers out there, let me know. I'll work on that too. So
All right.
I love helping new agents. So if you guys are motivated, you guys are ready, then I'm ready.
Awesome. You want to plug your number too?
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
Right.
So it's 321-278-4298. I help Jay a little bit out as well. So if you're looking to come into the team, we're here for you. We all work together. If you have not heard of Royal Realty, you will very, very soon.
Awesome. We appreciate it, gentlemen. All right. Thanks for coming. All right. Good hanging out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.